So MAGA, what does it stand for? So Trump says, hey, it stands for Make America Great Again. And he is not the first person to actually use that term. It was first used in 1980 during a campaign speech by Ronald Reagan. So those of you old enough will remember Ronald Reagan. He is heralded as a Republican icon and historical figure in this country. Depending on your views and your stance on his politics and his policies, he did a lot to harm the black community. Some really like him and say he's a national hero, he's a national treasure. I was a little young when Ronald Reagan came about. I was probably, once I was 9 years old when Ronald Reagan came into office, but I certainly do remember him. So Ronald Reagan was an interesting character. He was an actor and TV personality just like Trump was. So that's two things that they definitely have in common. They were definitely showmen and salesmen, and they could sell the thing. Now, the biggest difference I say with Ronald Reagan is he was definitely more articulate than Trump is. But you know, another interesting thing about Ronald Reagan is he had some really racist views and backed that up with a lot of his policies. And he was responsible for the war on drugs, which decimated the black community in this country. But anyway, I want to also talk about his wife, the First Lady, Nancy Reagan. You know, yeah, the Say No to Drugs lady. Now, she had an astrologist that she consulted, and I want to make sure I get her name right. Joan Quigley was an astrologist, also known as a sorceress that she consulted with and on everything. And she was pretty much bound to this woman, and she wouldn't do anything. And it even got to the point to where she was able to dictate the movements of Ronald Reagan. Reagan wouldn't even take meetings. He wouldn't fly certain places. If Joan Quigley said, hey, I wouldn't do that if I were you, or hey, I would go left, or I would go right, Ronald Reagan would actually follow Joan Quigley's advice.